And I had to go and clap Dragon Ball Super. It's 2 episodes now that we got, and 2 fights that are actually worthwhile about this series. Now, here we go. Let's see, we're getting on a roll here with Dragon Ball Super. You know, we got on the Trunks arc and all that with the Black Goku stuff. So come on, let's not, you know, let's not screw it up and all that. Like, let's not keep this like momentum going and all that, and we can finally say that we've got a good arc in the series. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. So as we can see from last week's episode, we saw that Black immediately arrived, and yeah, the whole explanation on this is because of his ring, which is the Ring of Time, which we got explained very later on in the episode after kind of like he disappeared. It was like, yeah, that's pretty much the only people that can own that is a Kai, and that is, you know, obviously that's going to be a Kai of Time that has that, and it's like, yeah, that's exactly like who that guy is. Like, you know, like we've probably been seeing in the opening, that's probably the only guy since he looks like a Kai, and it's like, well, he fused with him then, that's got to be the only explanation. It's like having this sort of personality, but maybe there's something that made him corrupt or evil. Like, we still got to see a little bit more like the explanation about Black, but that's kind of pretty much like how the case is, that he must have fused in Goku some way. That explains the earring, explains all of it, kind of explains kind of like the clothing as well of the Kai as well. But finally we get a little bit of the fight between Goku and Black, and oh my god, like where did they keep these animators? Like were they in a dungeon for a while? Were they like, did they do like the Toriko anime and they were like, no, please forgive us, masters, please forgive us, like that? Because let's be honest, like Toriko, that was the best thing about Toriko, is that it was actually animated. It was really like, out of all the ongoing like battles like shown and stuff that they had during that time, that was like the one thing that had like really good animation, and it was like much better than like kind of like what One Piece was at that time, and the same thing for like all the others as well during like the 2011 2012 kind of era kind of like shows when they were going on. So that's the only clearly explanation that was like, oh, like they must have just released them out of the dungeon again after like, well, last week, like, and also as well like with the hit fight, it's like, oh my god, we're finally getting it. Like, why isn't every episode looking like this? Like, you know, not even just that, but just characters, models looking on point. There was a bit when, I will say, where Goku looked a little bit weird, but it was like, that was for like a split second coming into it. It's like, the fighting was actually really exciting. There were parts where like Goku was grabbing like fucking like Black's arm and like throwing him to the ground. It was like Super Saiyan 2 like going into it, and like, although the only thing I have to complain about fucking Goku is, yet again, his character, like, oh, he likes to take it easy first, and they're like, this guy's gonna destroy the whole fucking planet. Yeah. Goku, what is it with you and just like, anytime there's someone that can blow up the planet or anyone in the universe, you know that he's evil, you know that he's clearly an asshole, why do you never go, like, it fucking frustrates me to all hell. I mean, at least Black was doing it as well, so it's like, oh, they were two on even matching like playing fields, and like the only reason why, like, you know, he wasn't able to go at his full strength is because like the like whole dimension portal kept pulling him back and making him weaker, so it was like that gave him things. And it's like, he seems like, since obviously he's got Goku's body, he has the same kind of Saiyan biology where it's like, you know, you just beat him up and like you get the shit kicked into you, you're obviously going to get stronger and you're just going to get more powerful, and it's just like, that's the thing with him. So like, we clearly haven't seen the full power of him, although we did see like him like kind of unleashing his ki more and more, like going into it, seeing like, you know, that black ki that he has. And it's like, Beerus described it as well, saying like, that's not like exactly Goku, but there is something clearly off and all that about that. And it's just like, honestly, I don't know, it's like, I would have preferred if everyone just went in though. I would have loved if everyone went fight. It's like, no, fuck you, Goku, and all that. You just want to fight that. Vegeta goes in, or Trunks go in. Like, have all 3 of the Saiyans go in like that. It's like, don't just give the shine to Goku like this all the time. Like, give other characters. Fuck it. If they're like Piccolo and like fucking Krillin, although at this point it's like near impossible. It's like, if they're a distraction for a second, that'd be great instead of just standing. Although I do appreciate Beerus and just Whis like just standing there, just like, legit Beerus has got his fucking hands up like that, and like Black just looks at me, he's like, oh, it's the god of destruction. Like, it's like, motherfucker, you know I own your ass. Like, I want Beerus just to be that. I own your ass anytime I want to. I slap that shit silly like that. Like, don't want any of that bullshit going on. But it's like, no, we gotta see that. And the last thing that like at least Black did before he went away, he was like, he went up and blew up the fucking like time machine. He was like, yeah, I'm making sure that these guys can't come back and all that, and if they do, they're fighting in my own time. So if that's the case, would Goku technically be weaker? Like, I don't know if that works with the whole time machine and all that, but I think it's because it's the ring itself that was actually kind of like forcing like Black back. So like, I think like when they go to that dimension, it isn't really going to affect normal Goku, Vegeta, and everyone else there. So that's something you could say about the episode. It's like, oh well, it's like Black was at a disadvantage. So it's like, yeah, even though at the start they were doing fine, but every now and then like the whole dimension portal was trying to get him. Although what a nice surprise is that Bulma, what she was was looking for all this time is that she actually like kept around like the time machine that Cell like, you know, used to get back into this timeline. So I was like, yeah, that's what you had to do, because you had to see like the big massive like fucking like hole through it. So it's like, oh, that's a nice throwback and all that. Like, she actually kept that time machine and all that, like, ended up using it, and that's the way how we're going to get back to it. Although, at the end of the episode, we do get to see that Mai is still alive, that she's still around, which I was always wondering, was like, if you were just going to kill off Mai straight away, then what was, like, the point of having her in the opening? So I thought, like, she was either going to be resurrected or, like, come back at some point, but I was like, oh no, like, you're gonna see that, but no, we're gonna seem like getting hard, like, they are gonna get back to, like, the future, and then as well, we are gonna see a bit of a flashback, because it did seem like in the preview that they were focusing a lot about Trunks and Mai, and, like, kind of their relationship, and we can see that's gonna be interesting. It's like, oh, you know what, those two meant to, like, it's probably gonna be like, oh, we were close allies and friends. Now they're gonna be like, oh yeah, we started dating or anything, because, you know, Dragon Ball would never fucking do that. Like, at the end of the day and all that, as much as many people want to say, like, oh yeah, Trunks and Mai were dating or anything like that, they were going out and that time. No, no, no. They would never fucking address shit like that, because fuck it, you know, that's just how it is at the end of the day. So, it was a great episode, like, it was, like, an intimidating foe and all that, although, like, yet again, Goku, as always, because, like, you know, I guess I just have to accept it is in his fucking character, but it's like, come on, man, like, this is the whole thing with, like, Frieza, like, come on, like, you learned this lesson with Frieza, fucking Cell, like, Boo, come on, like that. It's okay to have fun in the fight, but, like, for real, when someone's actually trying to, like, kill you and trying to fucking endanger your loved ones, maybe you might want to actually, I don't know, fucking use common sense or something like that. But, you know, I don't know, it's just, it pisses me off how, like, Goku has just gotten so much more dumber in this show, like, more of the progresses and all that, because, like, Goku just, like, he wasn't just a plain idiot and all that, like, you can clearly see that he's a battle strategy, like, you know, fucking genius when it comes to this stuff and all that with fighting, but it's just, like, I don't know, the show just makes him so much more fucking retarded than he actually is in Z, so it's, like, I don't know, that's, like, the only gripe, and overall, I will give this episode a fucking, like, 9, like a 9 and 8.5, like, this thing is really good and all that, it's, like, a lot of quality, like, put into it. I'm glad that the animation was actually really good in this one, like, our characters were actually on model, like, for, like, literally, like, 98% of the episode, like that, there was actually good music going on for once and all that, it wasn't just all, at least, like, it actually suited the theme at this time, like, even when Bomb was like, I got an idea, at least they played the like, at the proper time, not like when there's a serious fight going on, so, like, another thing that's been addressed, so I'm really glad. So let's hope it can keep up and all that, because so far this is the best fucking quality we got out of Dragon Ball Super, and it took 50 episodes. So hey, there we go. Enjoy yourselves like that. But that's all for me. So that, thank you very much for watching as always. And if you enjoy actual good Dragon Ball Super episodes like I do, then you know where to hit that like and that subscribe. But I'll see you guys though next time.